Like all the other birds we keep in the Radical Raptors presentation, he was bred in captivity. In actual fact, poor old Hagrid here. Well, Hagrid is an orphan. Hagrid is an orphan! What is wrong with you people? Is everybody sitting here? Do you all come from Canada? Are you all Canadians? Yeah? Are you proud to be Canadians?
Yeah.
What's wrong with all you people on this bench here? You're not doing anything. Are you not from Canada? Are you Canadian? Yeah? Canada's doing pretty well in the Olympics right now. They just won a silver medal, didn't they? Yeah, that's cool. Are you all Canadians?
Yeah.
Hagrid is an orphan. You know what? Canadians just don't care. Hagrid really is an orphan. His parents laid the eggs and then they deserted the eggs. Because they deserted the eggs got placed in an incubator. After 30 odd days in the incubator, this guy was the only one that hatched. Because Hagrid was hatched in an incubator, Hagrid had to be hand-raised. I hand-raised this guy from when he was about 4 weeks old. Hagrid here, he's never seen an owl before. Hagrid, he thinks he's a person that can fly. Because he thinks he's a person that can fly, if he comes close to your head, you guys might light it up a little bit. Because Hagrid here, he's not going to move out your way. And don't play chicken with Hagrid, because that's what I'm feeding Hagrid, chicken. Hagrid, okay, Hagrid, look this way. What's the first thing you notice about Hagrid right in front of his face? Very big thing. Hagrid, look this way. His eyes, yeah, Hagrid has these huge big headlight-like eyes. Why do owls have such large eyes? Why do owls have such large eyes? So you can see in the dark. For any eye to work, it needs a certain amount of light. We get our light from the sun. Hagrid gets his light from the moon and the stars. His eyes are huge in his head. To give you an indication of just how big Hagrid's eyes are, if we had eyes the same size as Hagrid in our head, comparatively speaking, they'd be the size of grapefruits. Some scientists believe that an owl's eyesight is about 100 times better than ours at night. Interestingly enough, owls see in black and white and shades of grey. I guess there's not much point in seeing in colour when you hunt at night, is there? So, can any of you people see Hagrid's ears?
No.
I'm asking the wrong people today, aren't I? Put your hands up in the air if you can see his ears. Let's have a look. Put your hands right up. Let's have a look. Wow, Julia. Put your hands up in the air if you can't see his ears. Wow, we got a lot of smart Canadians. Those tufts on top of Hagrid's head have nothing to do with Hagrid's ears. They're part of Hagrid's threat display. When Hagrid gets really cross, he fluffs up to about 3 times the size he is right now, and he glares at you with those great big eyes. Nobody wants to mess with a cross great horned owl. But Hagrid, he does have ears. Maybe you guys have often wondered why owls have this kind of satellite dish-shaped face. That's to channel all the sound to their ears. His ears are actually about the same size as his eyes. They also take up about 1/3 of Hagrid's skull. So if his ears take up 1/3 of his skull, and his eyes take up 1/3 of his skull, half the remaining 1/3 of Hagrid's head is skull and beak. Doesn't leave much room up there for any brains, does it? Owls aren't particularly wise, apart from this fella, he's really smart. Are you coming? So we discovered that these guys have fantastic eyesight. They have wonderful hearing, but nature has given them one other adaptation to make them an efficient nighttime hunter. Would anybody like to guess? How heavy is that bird? How much do you think Hagrid weighs? Don't put your hands up, you're not at school, you're at the zoo, you can shout out. 3 pounds, no. 10 pounds, no. 5 pounds, no. Hagrid, he weighs a whole 2 pounds. That's because all birds have hollow bones. That's what enables them to fly in the first place. But owls also have specially designed feathers which enable the air to pass through their feathers, which creates almost silent flight. Great horned owls are the second largest owl in British Columbia. The largest is the great grey owl. They live a little bit further north. These guys, they do very well in the wild, unlike the spotted owl. Who's heard of the spotted owl? Put your hands up if you've heard of the spotted owl. Wow, not very many of you. Here's a really difficult question for everybody. Put your hands up if you live in British Columbia. Pretty much everyone. Well, because in British Columbia we keep chopping down the old growth forest where the spotted owl lives, there is now less than 10 spotted owls left in the wild in British Columbia. It's high time we learned to leave the old growth forest alone. Now, because Hagrid here has been bred in captivity, we have in fact been trying to teach him he's an owl. We want everybody here to help. Can you all hoot like an owl for me? Let me hear everybody hooting. Hagrid, pay attention. That's your cue to... Everybody keep hooting, that's his cue to fly. That's your cue to fly, what's wrong with you? You guys sound like a pack of coyotes. Everybody hoot. Hagrid, pay attention. Hagrid! Supposed to have incredibly good hearing. Hagrid! Hagrid! Everybody call his name. Hagrid! Does anybody want to buy a great horned owl? Come on, Hagrid, let's go. So let's give Hagrid a big round of applause. He's going to go back in his box right now. Hagrid is a great horned owl. He is 6 years old. We're all hope that Hagrid is going to live till he's about 35 years old. Birds and animals live a lot longer in captivity than they do in the wild because we have a wonderful thing called a neck. Hagrid, we're done. Hagrid, we're done. We're done. Remember, you trained. Hagrid. Hagrid is 6 years old. If he keeps this up, he's not going to see 7. Come on, Hagrid. We're done. We have to make sure that Hagrid is safely tucked away in his box throughout the presentation, because even though all these guys are bred in Hagrid, even though all these guys are bred in captivity, if we're not careful, because they're different species, they will try and eat each other. Hagrid, come on down. Woo-hoo! Hagrid. Woo-hoo! Everybody hoot for me. Okay, I'll give up. Shut the door, Jack. I'm going to put it back in his tank. Just bear with us a second. He's going to fly back in his tank. Give him a big round of applause. He's ready to go back in his tank here right now. Thank you. Come on, you. That's Hagrid. He's a great horned owl. Come on, Sunshine. Let's go. Here we go. You got it? Good boy.